Panel numbers still coming in. The time 8:28. We're still pretty early in this. Yeah. We do know that polls in key battleground states across the country will continue to close, and we will get those numbers in, getting closer to 270 at the top of the ticket. But we do have some key races that we were watching here in Georgia as well. If our team in the back could pull up the map for us, Zach can give us a little picture of where we stand right now as these votes continue to come in. It looks like the total vote count now just over 2.7 million, 52% of that estimated total vote coming in. The former president, Donald Trump, holding a lead over Vice President Kamala Harris with about a 9-point difference. But once again, this race is too early to call because the votes are still being tallied and still coming in. Deanna, I want to ask you, you're just kind of looking at the map. We know that these election workers, they're working very hard. They could not start counting the early voting numbers until, I believe, 7 a.m. this morning. Right. So it's going to take some time to get these numbers out to us. Your thoughts on that?
So the good part about it being so many early votes is that we can get these numbers in quickly versus, people who are, especially Republicans, who are more election day voters, right? So the turnout for Republicans in early voting has been really amazing, which has helped get our numbers in so we can make this process go a little bit faster for us.
And that was the messaging, right? All of the rallies that Zach and I have gone to, you see these huge screens, vote early, vote early. Right. Kyle, a lot different messaging from Republicans this time around, but they're hoping that it works out in their favor here in Georgia.
Yes, absolutely. And, I remember speaking to a Republican friend of mine, and what I told him was that, imagine in 2020 Trump encouraging people to vote early, and whereas he used to emphasize voting on election day. So obviously, Republicans, I think, learned their lesson learned some lessons from 2020 and have made Georgia, if possible, more competitive.
Yeah, my only concern would still be the absentee ballots that need to be counted, because that's more of a Democrat item that they would probably win over.
And let me cut in here because I think we have some breaking news to report, and then we want to get to our Caitlin Ross, who is standing by. Just before we go there, though, we have an updated list of Georgia race calls from the Associated Press. We're going to run through them all right now.
Awesome.
Lucy McBath called the winner in Georgia 6th. Nakima Williams, the Democrat, in Georgia 5th. Andrew Clyde, a Republican, in Georgia 9. Brian Jack, who we told you about, he is called the winner in the 3rd. David Scott, in the Georgia 13th Congressional District, going back to Congress. Marjorie Taylor Greene going back to Congress in Georgia's 14th. Austin Scott called the winner in the 8th. Buddy Carter called the winner in the 1st. A lot of news, a lot of calls, but we're still waiting and could be waiting for some time on the big one, which is the presidential race. Right now, let us go to Caitlin Ross, who is standing by.